So while I was in church, I decided I was going to review it. So in rare form.
Oh, you have written a written bit.
I have written a review of church.
Anthony, you were a writer. You can critique this review.
No, you were a video game writer. So you're going to love this.
From a developer standpoint, you might want to back this. Also, you do have Anthony, you have a degree in what is it?
Agriculture?
Religious studies.
Oh, so there you go.
So sound off in the comments below.
Yeah, is his review going to affect your pay based on the Metacritic score? Or,
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah.
They did not send me a huge plush cross a month before this came out. So,
Man, I should just edit this on the fly.
You should. Maybe I'm biased. I haven't written a game review in quite some time, so here we go. Church 2013 review by Brian Altano.
What's the subhead?
I didn't write that yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm waiting for Ryan Scott to write it for me.
First yellow dose there, no subhead.
God bursts into stores or whatever. It's hard to believe.
God damn it.
Shut up. It's hard to believe it's been so many centuries since developer religion first introduced the popular church franchise. And with thousands of different versions making their way to different platforms all over the world, how does the latest iteration in the series hold up?
Starting with a history lesson, asking a question. Second yellow dose.
Gotcha. As it turns out, church is a mixed bag.
Oh, God.
And this once interesting life improvement simulator is now showing its age and inability to innovate more than ever before. In fact, church is practically an unplayable mess. That's the first paragraph.
All right.
Most of the gameplay in church involves sitting, standing, or kneeling, while endless dialogue cutscenes go on and on.
Terrible transition.
Using real-world currency, players are often prompted to use money to enhance their status within church, or purchase unlimited life in church's rumored New Game Plus DLC. But I found that almost none of these...
Never abbreviate. Downloadable content. First mention.
Don't assume your audience knows.
Yep.
But I have found that almost none of these purchases seem to improve my character, no matter how many times I paid. For a title that promises ease of use, this system is broken at best and seemed to value only the richest of players. Loot drops were few and far between, although the optional bread and wine Eucharist side quest was always present despite having little to no effect on my character.
Are we still in paragraph 2?
Yep. Right. Paragraph 3. And that's not helping the ridiculous storylines, which waver from hilariously over-the-top and entertaining to convoluted, hypocritical, and offensive. How is the woman character class created using only a rib from the man character class? And why was she programmed to be so helpless and underpowered when compared to the man character class, who even went as far as to command full control of her character and decision tree during the baby introduction stages?
I really hope this feminist agenda doesn't affect your review score, Brian.
And why were the two players permanently punished for seeking additional tutorial information in the Eden campaign? None of these questions were ever really answered, even though the developers seemed content with assuming their actions were not only unquestionable, but completely definitive.
Too passive at the beginning there. That sentence. Easily reworded.
Meanwhile, while the soundtrack may seem deep and influential, most of the songs are just uninspired remixes of the in-game narrative, mumbled pointlessly by the non-playable characters. The entire lyric sheet to Church's main theme, Hallelujah, for example, is really just the song's title repeated over and over at different lengths and octaves, which is lazy at best.
Yeah.
Church's sound design is repetitive, with most of the audio only coming from an organ and one vocalist. It is worth noting that the Black Church mod adds happier characters and electric guitar.
God, we covered gameplay, graphics, right? Music
Fun
and
factor.
sound. This sounds like a GameSpot review.
It's honestly hard to imagine how much longer this franchise can go on for, as little to no improvements are made to it annually, and it seems to be holding the genre back more than helping it. Church is rated E for everyone and playable for people of all ages, although most modern players may find the title to seem strange and incoherent when compared to some of the more contemporary offerings, such as Science, Logic, and Facts.
And Call of Duty.
And Call of Duty. Black Ops 2. Additionally, younger players may find church to be scary and intimidating as they are more susceptible to physical and emotional damage from the priest character classes. Sex joke. In a time where players have dozens of better options to choose from, Church 2013 feels like a giant, clunky step backwards. Church is a massively multiplayer, free-to-play simulator that is not compatible with atheist, tolerant, agnostic, or same-sex systems. 3.5 out of 10.
Hey, Brian. Brian.
Terrible conclusion. I like free to pray, though.
Thank you.
I wish I could say fuck you twice at the same time that I was saying it. I wish I could say it in stereo at you.
Good.
That's amazing.
What do you think of that, Anthony? You were a theology major.
That was pretty accurate.
Stay tuned for our video review.
That was a fair and balanced look. There was no bias.
Why so low?
When did you do that, Brian?